Hey guys, Lester here. Just got home from work, walking across the yard to check out my rain gauge. I know it has rained like cats and dogs all day today, and as you can see from my gauge here, all right, so we have received 2.5 inches of rain. You can see the pond is nice and full. And what I want to do now, hey Trudy, what I want to do now is take you for a little drive to the neighborhood and show you a couple of things. I've made an observation. There are 4 creeks that run out of that new development, and they all head down, they go under the Plum Grove Road, and they make their way into the East San Jacinto River. Now I'm going to just call these creeks by number. I'll just call this over here creek number 1. We're going to go by and visit creek number 2, creek number 3, and creek number 4. Now, what I want you to notice here in creek number 1, we'll call, look at the speed of the water coming out of the neighborhood. Notice the width of the creek. I want you to remember this as we visit the other creek. All right, here we are at what we're going to call creek number 2. Once again, it comes out of the same neighborhood. It runs right here under the Plum Grove Road. Notice the speed of the water and the width of this creek. All right, my friends, and here we have creek number 3. I want you to notice the speed of the water. I want you to notice the width of the creek as it runs under the Plum Grove Road here. Here we are at creek number 4. Now, it's gonna take a few minutes to get over there. You guys just bear with me for a couple of seconds. Let me make my way around this barricade that has been here for almost 4 years. All right, so now we are making our way up to creek number 4. All right, now what I want to find out, whoa. Everyone watch your step. Guys, what has happened here? What has happened to make creek number 4 so different than creek 1, 2, and 3? They all come out of the same community, the same new development. But what is it about creek number 4 that has caused it to not only bypass its culvert, but begin to tear away what used to be the Plum Grove Road? What is it about creek number 4 that makes it continue to erode all of the dirt, the gravel, the asphalt as it pushes its way through? What is it about creek number 4 that allows it to tear down trees? This over here is all of the new development in Plum Grove. Now, creek 1, creek 2, creek 3, and creek 4 all come out of here, and they all flow past, which is the Plum Grove Road. But I want you to notice this line right here. Folks, that used to be a beautiful, small, little winding creek. Along through there was a couple of big natural retention ponds. Those ponds are no longer there. And instead, what you have is a 3-mile, folks, a 3-mile canal that's about 100 foot wide. It runs downhill until all of a sudden it begins to bottleneck right there around, well, right there at where the road is washed out. You've all played with the water hose. You've all used the water and sprayed whatever you had to spray. But if you wanted to put a little extra force to it, a little extra pressure, what do? You bottleneck it. You bottleneck it just like that with your thumb. And that right there creates more pounds per square inch, folks. That means force. That's power. And that right there is what's going on with creek number 4. And this right here, my friends, is why creek number 4 wreaks so much havoc every time we get a rain. Because this creek here, well, I would say what used to be a creek, which is now a canal, 100 foot wide, 30 foot deep, runs for 3 miles that way, and this water gains its momentum as it comes pouring down through here. Every little neighborhood feeds right into it, And that water from this point, it drops 26 feet. Guys, it drops 26 foot from this point to where the bridge is at. Well, where the bridge used to be. All right, so let's see how First Pond is looking after what's been 2.5 inches of rain. Oh boy. Oh boy, here I sit. Here I sit right in the middle of what used to be First Pond. After 2.5 inches of rain, and here I am right in the middle of what used to be, man, used to be. You know what? Let's just go over and see what's going on with Second Pond. All right, so I'm about to turn right, and that should take me right to what they call Second Pond, which used to be a natural retention pond created by Mother Nature. I'm gonna drive right up. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Well, isn't that strange? All right, so here's the questions that I would like someone to answer for me. Who gave the developer? Who gave the developer permission to change this creek and make it into a long, straight, deep, and wide canal with such a drop that it creates so much force of water to where it has completely washed out a bridge and the roadway, along with all of the natural foliage that used to grow along it? Who said, yes sir, you can go ahead and redirect that water. Redirect that water out of those ponds. We don't need First Pond. We don't need Second Pond. Go ahead and redirect that water. Let's just push it all off down this canal towards the Plum Grove Road and the San Jacinto River. Oh, well, I guess you could just stop there at the road. Really? From what I understand, Judge Knight's very upset with me. So is most of Liberty County. They don't like all these phone calls, people writing letters to them, and especially their higher ups. Oh, I've heard all kinds of excuses he's given out. Oh, Hurricane Harvey was an act of God. You can't blame me for an act of God for washing out that creek and shutting down that road. Hurricane Harvey didn't wash out creek number 1, or creek number 2, or creek number 3. So why did Hurricane Harvey create such damage to creek number 4? You don't point fingers at other people. You don't say, oh, well, that happened before my time. Oh, I had nothing to do with that. The Plum Grove's always flooded. Plum Grove is always flooded? Wait a minute, you mean by water coming across the road? Yeah. At some point, water might come across the road at Creek 1, 2, 3, and 4. But that happens everywhere, duh. But water has never come across these pastures, ever, and flooded these homes the way it has since creek number 4. Fix it. You're the county judge. You're in charge of the commissioner's court. Fix it. Fix it. I can tell you exactly how. Or you can just keep pointing fingers at other people. You can keep saying, oh, well, you need to talk to this person. Let me give you their personal phone number. It's embarrassing. This is your county. I would be ashamed. As a man, as a human, I would be ashamed. As the rain continues to fall, as the water continues to pour out of the new development, I want to remind you of something. You have no problem collecting millions plural, folks, millions of dollars from that new community, from that new development. Every year, millions of dollars in taxes. You have no problem collecting the taxes from all of us lifelong Plum Grove residents. Yet what have you done in return to fix the problem that you allowed to happen? Yeah.